Hello ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to show you stuff that can maybe grow in your backyard or in a park or even along a little walking path, and even in the city, of something that you can eat. And I'm also going to warn you about a plant that's very common to the United States, and we have it here in the Pacific Northwest too, that you must teach your children never to eat the berries from, or even mess with the plant actually. But first I'm going to show you another edible plant. Most of the berries on this plant right now are not ripe, although there are a few that are. And if you've never seen it before, it can come in the form of a full-grown tree, or it can be a bush like this one is. I'm going to flip this around. This is going to show the leaf of this plant. You can see how the leaf has kind of a cordate shape at the end, but it's got like air segments on it, and it's heavily toothed. Here's another example of the leaves, how they can be lobed and heavily toothed. The stems grow in alternate formation again, just like the other plant that we looked at, the gooseberry. We got alternates going up the main stem. This is a mulberry bush, but they also come in the form of trees, full-blown trees. As you can see, the mulberry tree, especially young varieties, have kind of a brownish red tinge to their bark. And these are some examples here of the berries right here, but these are the unripe berries. Now let me see if I can find for you. Oh, there's one right there. This is a mulberry that is actually ripe right here. It looks similar to blackberries, although they're not, and they're not anywhere near as sweet. This is a mulberry, a ripe one. Most of them on this particular bush are not ripe, but you can use it as a source, and it's actually a very good food source, the mulberry. Remember the leaf, though, of the mulberry. I'll show it again before I end the video. And remember what the berry looks like. Very similar to a blackberry. Anyway, it's got a very pleasant, sweet taste to it. And I'm going to show you the leaf one more time, so that you know this is a really good example in general of what the leaves typically look like here and down here. And they tend to be shiny at top and kind of lacking its shiny luster on the bottom. And the veins tend to switch between opposite pairs in the veins. You can see they go in opposites, as well as then they go back into every other or whatever. It goes into different formations, but nothing solid. But anyway, it's heavily toothed about the edges. We call that serrate edges. And this is the unripe berry right here. Unripe berries. And then the ripe berries, as you saw, was black. So you can eat that plant, and it's very nutritious. Now I'm going to show you one other plant real quickly, and this is a palmately compound leaf with heavily toothed edges, or serrate edges. Teach your children never to eat of this. This is a very poisonous plant right here. This has purple stems, as you can see. The berries eventually turn kind of a purplish color, and sometimes they can even get almost black, but they're more purplish blue. And the leaves are a palmately compound. They look like like a 5-hand. The leaflets come out to form the full leaf. This is known as Virginian creeper, and the berries are definitely toxic. These aren't ripe yet, but when they are ripe, they will be kind of a bluish color, to a darker color blue. So anyway, Virginian creeper. This is one that, although it produces beautiful berries, you want to teach your children and yourselves to avoid. It contains neurotoxins that can be quite injurious to a youngster. All right, well anyway, that's it for right now. I showed you the Mulbus nigra, which is the black mulberry, and I showed you also the Virginian creeper. The one was poisonous, but the mulberry is perfectly fine for food, and you can make tea out of the leaves as well for various health issues. And maybe we'll discuss some of the medicinal properties of mulberry down the road. Anyway, thanks for checking out this mini clip.